And a very, very warm welcome along, everybody. Welcome into Adrian, to Gemma Barnes, to Mobile Gaming Chronicles, to D1, to Phoenix Fire, to the wonderful Urban Huntsman, to Bundy Buddy, to Morgan Tiller, and to everybody else who's just joining us. I hope everyone's doing fit and well here on this Monday morning, afternoon, whatever time of day it could be for you. And just before we get into this one, I want to say I had a little asthma attack around about 20 minutes ago, so if I sound a little bit out of breath, don't worry. It's nothing to worry about. It's all under control. It might just mean I'm a little bit breathier and a little bit more nasal in this one than normal. But how is everybody doing? That's the much more important question. Welcome in the Lockstar. I hope you're having a fantastic day. We are going to be running Hisuian Electrode today. Well, most of us probably saw how terribly we did with a regular Electrode, so I'm hoping for a little bit of redemption. We're going Hidden Power Ice this time. We have Thunder Shock at level 1, which is a huge improvement. And we get a Grass-type move with Energy Ball at level 21. That's what we're running with today. Of course, we will need to remember to fight Gina to get the Leaf Stone. But other than that, I think all of the admin for this challenge is out of the way. It is, of course, available on the website, trainersquidgy.com, where you are able to play this and any of the other backports we do together here on stream. Congratulations on surviving your first week at your new job, Phoenix Fire. First week's always the most intimidating, isn't it? We are level 5 with 20 HP, holding a berry, and our two moves are Thunder Shock and Tackle. 9 in attack, 11 in defense, 12 in the specials, and 16 in speed. Oh no, covering for an out of office is never fun, is it? And this sprite, by the way, was done by the wonderful Snail Shoes. So we have them to thank for this fantastic sprite work. And we'll see the Hisuian Electrode a little bit later on as well. Such a very good job with that one. You get to spend all day playing Star Renegades and Dominions or whatever. That sounds like a very, very fun day. Are you in Canada then, if it's Thanksgiving today? And welcome in, Abra. This Voltorb is from Hisui. So it's electric grass, as we can see on screen, and it has a different learn set. Well, happy Thanksgiving to anybody in Canada today. I'm assuming it's today or some point this week. I hope you all have a wonderful day off if you've managed to get one. Let's get the timer going. Let's see how we get on. We are going to very quickly need to pause the timer and go into the Pokemon Center to change the time. Because we are currently playing at night, although we could actually make the best of that until we get to Violet. Because that will give us Poliwag over on Route 30. Already we're off to a far better start. And I just want to say, if you are playing on the Challenge Run patch, a new update was pushed a couple of days ago. It's primarily bug fixes and quality of life. So it isn't game-changing in any way. But it's definitely worth repatching if you want to. Now, I've got to remember we're weak to poison. That's something that won't stick throughout the course of this challenge, I reckon. Because for some reason, even though Voltorb is part grass in this particular challenge, it just doesn't stick that it should be weak to poison. Happened when I played with Hisuian Voltorb in Legends Arceus as well. Now, the rival obviously is going to have the Fire-type starter, hopefully. Oh, he's got the Water-type starter. That's wrong. Oh, we'll make do with it. There's not a great starter for the rival to have. In fact, no, we're not going to make do. We're going to, hopefully, we'll just start a new game. Let's reset the timer. False start, everybody. We're only a minute or so in. And this is actually a very good demonstration of how to set your Pokemon if you skip the mom like I did there. So you just go here, update starter Pokemon. We want to update Chikorita. And we'll go for this Voltorb, Hidden Power Ice. Should it evolve? Yes. Rival starter won't change. Guaranteed HM friends. I'd prefer it if we avoid talking about any kind of leaks here because I'm not quite sure what the whole situation is with YouTube and my chat's TOS. Let's resave here. It's going to be exactly the same Voltorb, but let's get on again. I just don't want this chat getting nukes for whatever reason. Because you never know. YouTube's more lax than Twitch about those things, but I still don't want to risk anything, so to speak. Mischievous is pain and suffering. It's a challenge I'm not particularly looking forward to. Although I do want to get a Mismagius backport done. And by done I mean remade up in a better sprite. For when we do the Mischievous challenge. Just say what happened and leave it at that, I suppose. Welcome in, Seth. I really hope this ball is better than the OG one as well. Admittedly, there were a few misplays with the original Voltorb and Electrode, but it's not a great Pokemon all round, really. Yes, Psywave only at the start with Mischievous. We'll be seeing Psywave only, probably next month on stream. Because I've got Latios and Latias planned for next month. And they start with just Psywave. There we go. Much better having the rival with the Fire-type starter. Welcome in, Melody93. I hope you're doing very well. I have no plans for Gen 1 at the moment. And I'll speak perfectly frankly with you. It's for two reasons. First, I don't like the engine. And secondly, it's a very oversaturated market. Like, I would get no discernible growth from pivoting into Generation 1. Like, one of the big reasons I did Generation 2 initially is because it was so quiet in the market at the time. Very few people were consistently running Generation 2 week in, week out. So that gave me a chance to then build up an audience doing just Generation 2. And that's why I chose Generation 3 to go into, but I'm doing both games as opposed to one. So by doing a combination of both Fire Red and Emerald, I'm hoping that I will see some new viewers, make some new friends that way. It is so good as well having an electric type move straight off the bat. Already I'm feeling much more in control of this challenge. However, I have backported a couple of Pokemon into Generation 1 on the website, would you believe, trainersquidgy.com. For practice, I did a Blossom backport, just to see if I could do it. And I also have a fully working Smeargle with Sketch. But if I get a little bit of time after stream and I'm not completely engrossed by TCG Card Shop Simulator, I will absolutely try and get a Shuckle backport done. Just to say that we have one. Welcome in, Alajango. I hope you're doing very well today. And for those of you just popping in, I want to say if I sound a little bit breathy, a little bit more nasal than normal, I did have an asthma attack just before starting on stream. So I am still working through the worst of that. Definitely over the worst of it as now. But I still am a little bit breathy. Oh, I need to update that spreadsheet. There are several different leaderboards, which after this Falconer battle I will take you through. I've got my inhaler. That's all I really need. And Falconer was very easy. Happy Monday, Oddish. I hope you're doing very well. And Oddish, actually, very good that you made it in here. We were just talking about Pokemon Yellow. I have backported Blossom into Yellow, if that's something you're interested in downloading. I thought of you, and I thought, let's just try and get it in. As a little bit of an extra thank you for the super thanks you did as well on the Blossom Challenge. Welcome in, chat. I hope you're having a great day. You know what I'm like, though. If someone does something like that, I always have to be a little bit extra, don't I? So, the leaderboards, that's what we were talking about. At the moment, I think on the spreadsheet, we only have the main challenge leaderboard and the old Just the Battles leaderboard. That is a good point. Why does he have eyebrows? So, we have these different leaderboards depending on whether we started fully evolved or whether we did the full evolution. So that is why we have the different leaderboards. I do need to go through and update it all and probably actually port it all over to the website. But that is a lot of design and effort that I should probably get on with. Of course, I forgot this is ground type. This is not actually going to work very well in our favour. I really like this sprite. Not my own sprite work. It was done by the wonderful Snail Shoes. So all credits goes to him for that one. The outros give the most up-to-date leaderboards. For now, anyway. Grass has decent electric potential. In Generation 2. It's definitely not the best. But then I think most things are going to be outshone by Ice and Ground in Gen 2. But Grass is still a very good type to have in our back pocket. It'll help specifically for Morty, Brock, and... not Morty. Who's the other one? Chuck. That dude. On Cyanwood City. It'll help for Chuck. It'll definitely help for Price. And Brock will stand no chance. Electric is also a very good attacking type in Gen 2. So having the combination of the two is very, very handy. And I think this might be, and please correct me if I'm wrong, is this still the only electric grass type combination of Pokemon? Barring Rotom? Because I know Rotom gets its Mo form. Oh yeah, not having Stab until after the league was awful. I'm pausing the time to catch HM friends. I'm also going to have a very quick sip of drink. There we go. Much better. Feeling a little bit more hydrated, let's catch the HM friends. I will say that towards the end of December we're doing a challenge which has absolutely no stab whatsoever, barring Hidden Power. And that was not a pleasant challenge. Towards the end of December we actually have two very, very difficult challenges. Fairly close to each other. Oh, for some reason it's turned to night. I'm not going to question it. My cat has come down with a case of the fleas, which I'm assuming he got from the other cat he hangs around with. So, this morning it has been a challenge to try and chase him down to put on the flea treatment. I have not yet been successful. So when I come back from the break after 7 badges, if I mention I'm all scratched up and bruised and in the wars, you know why, the cat got me. Welcome in, Luke. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I hope work went very well for you. Tyrogue, we did start with Tyrogue for Hitmontop. I'm fairly certain that video's out. But that's not the winning question. Got done at 11:45, not bad at all. My cat is very much an outdoor cat, as much as I've tried making him an indoor cat. He started his life on the street and loves being outdoors. Which does remind me, he is well overdue a feed. He's been sleeping in the box in the back bedroom again. Which is his favourite spot at the moment. And thinking about it, not related to the cat at all, Spark is actually a very rare move to come up in these challenges. I want to change the time, keep it as Sunday, but I much prefer the morning palette. So I'm in a very, very old and kind of falling apart terraced house. I know that Chinchou gets it. I'm wondering if another line gets it as well that we're all forgetting about. Have a very good sleep, Bundy Buddy. I hope you keep warm, and I hope the snow isn't too bad for you. Mutually super effective against each other for the Bugsy fights, but we were just all around better, really. So thank you, Bugsy, for your badge. Let's see how we get on against Rival 2. Of course, we have something neutral. He has something super effective. We've got to get to it first, though. Raikou might, actually. No stab available at all. Barring Hidden Power, but that's because we set the Hidden Power type to match its typing. And if you're wondering how we came up with the TM Learn set for this one, we did the regular Voltorb TM Learn set, and then we added on any tutor moves that Hisuian Voltorb could learn either in Legends Arceus or Generation 9. So any tutors or TMs. And that is how we ended up with this particular learn set. Now we might as well get headbutt rather, in place of tackle, even if it is short but sweet. Raikou, I think, might get it. I have recorded Raikou, so you'd think I'd know. But I am not that wisdomous. Chenchu, Lantern, and Raikou. I thought it was a rare move. It's actually a very good electric-type move. It's great as an in-between between Thundershock and Thunderbolt. Pausing time to catch the Abra. Very nicely done. And now we'll unpause the timer. We do need to battle Gina today, because I believe she gives you the Leaf Stone. At least I hope she does. We'll use our neutral spark against both of the Hoppip, grow to level 19. Then we'll just headbutt the Bulbasaur a couple of times. Yes, Generation 3 definitely expanded the use of Spark. I'm sorry to hear that, Gemma. I really hope that you and your family are doing as well as you can in the circumstances. You can also get a Leaf Stone by showing a Pokemon to Bill. Or should I say Bill's grandfather? Over in Bill's house. But that's very, very late game. So we will do the Gina strats instead. I can't quite remember which Pokemon you need. Now, we are very lucky having the grass typing as our secondary typing here. Because it means that we don't have to worry so much. Well, this was a misplayed Battling Volt, wasn't it? Oh, a critical hit. As I was saying, we don't have to worry about ground types, but evidently we do have to worry about fire types. Let's skip Waltz for now. We'll get him on the way up. That one won't count as a reset, by the way, because it's not a key battle. And honestly, I don't feel like making it count as a reset. Because that was just me not paying attention. Sometimes in these challenges, especially when I stream, I don't really focus on what is happening. I'm picking up the Quick Claw on the off chance that we might need it for Whitney, because I know the Miltank is fast. I'm hoping we don't. But I've been bitten a few times by that battle. Because while we should outspeed, I never trust it. Plantorb is already doing a lot better than the original Voltorb. I think it's fair to say this one is a massive upgrade. Welcome in and goodbye, Princess Goth. I hope you have a fantastic time out. I'm sure we'll catch up very soon. Nice crit there, Jazz. Whitney, getting my gym leaders mixed up. Well, we've paralysed the cow this time. There we go. Not the cleanest battle in the world, but we will absolutely take it. Plain badge, 1710. Yes, at least Sting missed. That could have been pretty disastrous. was hoping to scam a phone call that way, but it doesn't work. We will need to go and see the mom for that phone call. Get ourselves Rock Smash. We're going to set our TP spot to be Ekritique City before we do the mom call. Just because that way it's a quicker journey back. So what we shall do now is we shall speak to Sunny of Sunday, get ourselves the magnet. Stick that on, might as well. Very quick detour to get the Miracle Seed. And then it's a long cycle back to New Bark. Let's do that again, shall we? Please do bear with me. I knew there was something I forgot to do. We'll unpause the time for this battle. I forgot to get Gina's number after all of that. No, we don't want your number, Arnie. So we'll get Gina's number. We'll keep the timer paused for the cycle back to New Bark again. Because we had the timer running for the important part, which was getting the number. Sometimes the brain just doesn't kick in for a little while in these challenges. There we go. Gina's got something for us. So now we do have to make the long way back to south of Goldenrod. At least we've got the cut trees. Why am I going in the ruins of Alf? That's the wrong turn. Go away, Walt. You two can go away as well. Nearly there. It'll all be worth it for Electrode. And let's pause the time to have a little look at the front sprite. This is the front sprite of the Hisuian Electrode. I think we've done a very good job of it. And welcome in, Little Cheetah Cub. And also welcome in, Alan. We will be deleting Gina's number, don't worry about that. But if you've seen any of my older videos, you know that what we generally do is we hide around a corner where they can't see us and then we delete the number. This one is a lot smoother, just an unlucky reset. Did it just say electric? For goodness sake. I tell you what, today is one of those days where I shouldn't have got out of bed. Please do bear with me. There seems to be a little technical issue with this one. Rebuilding this one with the correct typings. Shouldn't take too long. Sometimes happens on streams. What I think has happened is... Let me check. Yep, that is exactly what I thought had happened. The original Electrode had been turned into electric grass, and Hisuian Electrode stayed just pure electric. Oops, is all I'll say to that one. If you are wanting to play this one, wait a little while to download the patch. I will fix it on my first break. But the good news is that should be a very simple fix. And as soon as OBS catches up, we now have an electric grass. One of those days. We all have them from time to time, don't we? Let's get that timer going again. I think it's the curse of Electrode just in general at this point. Two crits in 3 hits for him. Scam artist. We might as well take the experience from the couple of Gyarados in this battle. Because, you know, we are 4 times super effective. It's very rare, actually, we get to be 4 times super effective against the Gyarados line. I am very glad, though, that I remembered it was a Leaf Stone and not the bloody Thunderstone. Because that would be exactly the kind of stuff I would do. I'd be like, yep, we're getting this number, we're getting the Thunderstone, that'll evolve us, and we'll have wasted all of our time. Not saying I've done that before and got the wrong stone, but there have definitely been times where I might have done that before. Ludicolo's Water Stone, isn't it? I think. Maybe. Or it could be Leaf. No, I pressed up, controller. Thank you very much. There we go. See, even in chat, we're confused by which stone is used for the Ludicolo line. I think it would be very cool, actually, if they let you use either stone, and it would do the same. Don't confuse me, Mr. Mime. Thank you very much. Oh, we actually get to beat up these Slowpoke with super effective moves for once. Let's go. This never happens. Oh, don't talk to me about Weavile's evolution. It's nonsense, isn't it? We'll get rid of Thunder Wave because I do like having a flinching move on the learn set. We don't need Sweet Scent. We will, however, teach a Rock Smash and Dig to our Paris. And we'll only do the half of this route this time. I see you're Surf-Etched and raise you with Runerigus. Now we are going to have to go this little wander without a repel because I didn't buy enough. Exactly, Galarian Yamask is terrible. Not as a Pokemon, as an evolution method, I hasten to add there. That Haunter didn't swear at us either. I think, you know, we've got that Pokefan's luck. Fall through the floor, release the gerbils. And have moves in the wrong order. Phoebus' evolution in Generation 3 was one of the worst. Plantorb is definitely better in Johto so far. Although I think it's hard to be worse than the original one, honestly. Finding a Phoebus is terrible as well. Volcarona is... part of the reason why I've not backported Volcarona so far is its evolution level. It is very nice to have electric moves. Haunter? I barely know her. Where's that mint berry? There it is. It's hiding from us. I like Center Scorch. Right choice with the mint berry there. Thunderbolt, yes, please inject it into my veins right now. Thank you very much and good night. Fog badge acquired. Oh no, Durant can get in the bin. It's the worst Pokemon. Legitimately, my least favourite Pokemon is Durant. I might meme about other Pokemon being bad, but I just have such a deep-seated hatred for ants. I'm not quite sure what you mean, Dirty Den, about the Chikorita line being better. He has a super effective move on us. With the Cyndaquil line. Therefore, that's the one we choose in challenge runs, if we're talking about this one anyway. Pick up strength so that we can actually do Chuck's Gym. Vaporeon did very, very well. That is probably the challenge I'm most proud of from start to finish. And do not worry about the overlay saying Evo for Chloroblast. We'll get it at 47 regardless. That is just a quirk with the overlay doing its thing. Flareon is either going to be the first video of November or the first video of December. It'll be one or the other. I can't remember which way round they're coming out in the end. Very nice pun there. I'm not sure if it was intended, Paul, but very nice pun. I applaud that one. Isn't Thunderbolt just one of the best moves in the game? If we allowed items in battle, Oko moves would be busted, because a single X accuracy in Generation 2 makes all accuracy checks be bypassed. Oh, for God's sakes, it's a disaster run, folks, is what this one is. Not had one of these messy runs in quite some time. Didn't do Kimono Girls, did we? Because we were too focused on getting the stone, which we messed up. All hidden powers just deal damage and nothing else. There's no additional effect. I was overdue one of these challenges, wasn't I? Only lost about 20 seconds doing that, actually. Not as bad as it could have been. Surf on Psyduck. Strength on Psyduck. Repel to make us smelly. Crossing the water. Will we get K-Lead? No, we won't. Thank heavens for small mercies. Secret potion acquired. We've remembered that much. Let's take on this gym and hope for the best. Level 33 acquired. I think it would be cool if Hidden Power did do secondary effects, but it would make it much more overpowered than it is. So we never see Counter in a Generation 2 challenge. So I couldn't tell you what it would do with Counter, but in Generation 3, Hidden Power is always affected by Counter and not by Mirror Coat, regardless of the type of the Hidden Power, because it reads it as normal in Generation 3. And welcome in, Ryu. I hope you're doing very well today. You're alive, that's better than not being alive, or something which sounds a lot better and more optimistic than that. I am also existing. We'll leave it at that today. Having one of those days. Got up at the wrong side of the bed. Bit of a messy challenge so far. Asthma attack before stream. But we're gonna bloody persevere. All we can do. You went to the zoo yesterday. I've never heard of that interaction between counter and the Oko moves, but can definitely test it out later. Yes, we did find a shiny, and in my infinite wisdom today, we killed said shiny. We're terrible people. It was kind of red and angry in a lake, that shiny. I love the Gen 1 Jank. There are so many edge cases that weren't factored in that make Generation 1 so funny. I think Lance is a rocket in disguise. Trouble with the gift Pokemon run like that, Gemma, is it's been done to death. There's no unique selling point to that. Lance is a liar with the flies. He's also related to Agatha, don't you know? We'll be learning more about that in our Fire Red challenges. Rage in Generation 1 is a terrible move. Rage in Generation 2 is a brilliant move. In our universe that we play here on the challenge runs, Lance is very much related to Agatha because Agatha's also a liar. She's Aunt Agatha, who is a poison-type specialist, not a ghost-type specialist. And we'll be exploring that much more in depth in the new year. Because we can't have two of the liars in one game going unchecked. My counterpoint to that is if there's only one dragon type and one ghost type in Generation 1, and then why have type specialists in those types? Last time I checked the Gen 2 speedruns, you use Rage on Totodile early on in game. Gets you through Falkner at the very least. Morty just about gets away with it because he is the dual ghost and poison type spectacular gym leader. Although he's on very thin ice, shall we say. Hoping this will be a clean sweep in this gym. Yes, yes, it is a clean sweep in this gym. Up next is going to be Jasmine. I'm not 100% confident about Jasmine, but we will brute force our way through her. It's our best option. Thank you for popping in, Adrian. I hope you have a fantastic time out. I'm sure we'll catch up very, very soon. Grass Electric is a very interesting type combination. Yeah, because Steelix will be able to hit neutrally either with Hidden Power Ice or Energy Ball, depending on ranges. But we got nothing for the Magnemite, really. So what I think we're going to do is we are going to hold the Magnet, and not on Kenya, goodness me, and hope for the best. Laundry's done for now. It's an ever-expanding mountain laundry, isn't it? One Gen 2 miss. Steelix next. Steelix is fine. Perfect. Absolutely fantastic battle. I don't think we could have got a better Jasmine battle than that, to be honest. No, Psychic. We don't want to battle you. I want to get the Max Repel. Leave me alone. Elixir acquired. Let's take on the Ice Path. I dread to think where I was at this point with regular Voltorb and Electrode. Crying, probably. Here we've got Hidden Power Ice. The Dragonair will be fine. Still trying to get used to this bit of new movement. Apparently. Oh, hello, Raikou. Goodbye, Raikou. Must have heard us talking about Spark earlier. There are a few bits we need to finish off before I take the first break, and probably the only break of this one. It did say hi. Also, I realised I forgot something. Happy 7,000, everybody. Just checked my YouTube studio there to make sure no comments had come through that I needed addressing on my break. And I realised we're at 7,000 already. And I cannot ever... I've tried to visualise in some way 7,000 people. And it's ridiculously high. Like the fact that 7,000 of you have chosen to listen to my nonsense week in, week out. I cannot process it, honestly. It is a huge honour and privilege to ever get 7,000 subscribers for anything. And it's all down to you lovely people. Oh, Jesus, Luke, you didn't have to do that. Thank you for the £10 super chat. For 7,000 subscribers. Words. Did we pick up the charcoal? Yes, we did. It's more than the population of where I live now, and that is... It's ridiculous. In the best possible way. Because when I started this channel, I genuinely didn't think I would have anybody view whatsoever. The fact that 7,000 of you have said, yes, I like this content, I want to see more of it. My jaw is on the floor, honestly. But with that, we are going to heal at Nurse Joy, and we're going to pause the timer at 47:04. That is the time where we take our first break, because we always take a break after 7 badges. Just before we do that, though, I want to show you something you can download on the website right about now. So let's do this as quickly as we possibly can. Is there a quicker way for me to be able to do this? Probably. Let me rename this. Because I had a stupid idea that came into my head yesterday, as I quite often do. So, don't worry, we are getting back to the Electrode. There is just something I want to show you all before we get there. Let me get the mapper loaded for this. This is available to download on the website trainersquidgy.com. If you want to play with a brand new fake Pokémon, let me introduce you to Umbreon. It's called Umbreon because the lights are off. I'll leave you with that for the break. And I'll see you all in 3 minutes' time. I had to. And we are back. Thank you so much for your patience there. If somebody could remind me, please, at the end of the stream, to update the patch for this challenge run for this backport, I would be greatly appreciated. That would be greatly appreciated, is what I'm trying to spit out there. Because, of course, it's going to have the wrong typing at the moment on the website. Do we one-shot this Arbok? That's a good sign for later on. Of course, even though we're fully evolved, we only have 70 in special attack. Do I have a favourite Pokemon? It's Rattata. Specifically the Alolan form. Even though I've got a cat, I love rodents. So I'm always a fan of rodents. Yep, really. I love Rattata. It's been a well-known thing about me from when I did shiny hunting many years ago on Switch. I think in the start of the Rattata video, or the Raticate video, I chose that as my return, and I believe I might have mentioned it's my favourite line there as well. Although Rowlet is a very close second. Rowlet is cute, adorable, everyone should have one. Because it's a little grass owl. I'm not as fond of Alolan Raticate as I am of Alolan Rattata. But it's still fairly cute in its own not-so-cute way. I cannot wait to get started on the middle stage Evos. Looking for an ether. Do we have an ether? There we have an ether. Let's see how we get through these. We are very lucky that the coughing line has better physical defense than special defense. Milotic and Rayquaza are good shouts. Grovyle and Bayleaf are also fairly cool as well. Meganium's just big Bayleaf, really. I wish they'd have done something extra with the design. Kyogre, Grovyle, Groudon rather, and Rayquaza are all solid Pokemon. Breloom is one we are working on, actually, for a backport. I was surprised in Generation 6 they didn't give it the Fairy typing as a secondary type. Braixen's cool. I still to this day get confused by the fact that the Flabébé line is just pure fairy. That's the word I'm looking for. Completely agree there. Venusaur and Sceptile are very big jumps, whereas Meganium does still feel like a mid-stage. I like Mareep as well. For the middle ones, we'll just start in the middle. We won't overcomplicate the formula too much there. Because it was introduced in Generation 3, it will have the exact same learn set as Generation 3, so it will get Spore at 51. Yes, Kadabra's going to wreck shop. I reckon as well Clefairy's going to do well, Poliwhirl's going to do well. There are plenty of Pokemon that I think will have a very good chance to shine in that series. And that's the whole point of doing it. But then even in the Little Cup series that's starting as well, I think Pokemon like Krabby, you definitely shouldn't write off. It's got huge attack. Yes, Poliwell's speed will be an advantage, because isn't it faster than Poliwrath? Flying-type Grovyle would be cool. Kinda wish we still had a Thunderbolt for the Bumhead Fireduck there. I'd love to see regional variants of all the starters. I think the starters are some of the strongest designs they've got. And seeing those 3 final stages in Legends Arceus... Why did I use Energy Ball? I meant to use Hidden Power. I could totally see Superior with the Dragon type. Can't so much see Poison on that one. Even though it's a snake, I think serpents can kind of fall into that Dragon type A aesthetic in Pokemon. Oh, Dodrio losing normal stab would be devastating for it. I can't speak for everybody else, Jared, but my day has been eventful, shall we say, so far, but it's always better hanging out with you lovely people. How has your day been? One thing that I do wish they did more of in earlier generations is have Pokemon that have 2 either physical types or 2 special types. Because you don't see that many of them. And then some Pokemon that have 2 special types, like Sneasel, have no special attack. So it's hardly worth it. Electric Grass is definitely an interesting type for Gen 2. Oh no, having a cold's always awful. Hopefully it shifts quickly for you. We are getting very unlucky with the critical hits in this challenge, aren't we? Yes, Jinx and Starmie are very good, because they are both dual type special types with a lot of special attack behind them. Normal is the single best type in Generation 2. I've got to be honest, I prefer Girafarig and Stantler over Farigiraf and Weirdeer. Those two just feel a little bit over-designed. I need to check to see if we actually have an Alolan Raichu sprite already made. I have a feeling we might, you know. Because if we do, that could be a fun one to backport. Yes, they do look more like Megas than regular Evos. That's part of my problem with them. Unfortunately, we're not going to learn either of these moves, as much as I'd love to. Recoil just is not the play in a challenge run. Yep, Chloroblast is definitely too risky, especially because we don't have the best defenses in the world. Yep, self-destruct is the ultimate recoil move. Well, the 3 dragons were no issues here. Let's try an energy ball, see how much that does. Perfect. Claire has been defeated. Depends on the battle as to whether leaving us on 1 health would be worth it. If the opponent doesn't have a priority move and we can guarantee a 1-shot on every other Pokemon, then I would consider it. But over the course of the whole challenge, probably not. And something that never happened with our original Electrode challenge, we've got sub 1 hour Claire. Now, thinking ahead to the red fight here, we could be in a lot of luck having the electric type, because that means we're going to have super effective stab against the 1 Pokemon that's going to have, well, actually against the 2 Pokemon that are going to have the super effective moves against us in that battle. So we're not actually in that bad a shape, because we're going to be guaranteed to outspeed them. We've already got 200 speed before the league. That outspeeds everything at red. So I'm hoping that red won't be too painful. I've never been one for themed teams, and I don't know why. We've got a combination of paralysis and Spadef drop for the lax. I bloody love Blacephalon. Or how... Blacephalon? However you pronounce it. It's one of my favourite of the Gen 7 intake of Pokemon, as it were. Because it's so ridiculous. Yes, the shiny is very cool. It's the Disco Ball one. The best Ultra Beast they had. Jared King, thank you for subscribing to the channel. That is very kind of you. There we can see, actually, because my favourite Pokemon is Rattata, we have Rattata running across the screen when somebody subscribes. Thank you, Chad, for the congratulations on 7K. Where are the max repels? Let's plonk them up there. We need to save a single super repel for the Kanto section. And we use a super repel here as well. Don't learn Earthquake, so we'll just go straight into this battle. One shot on Sneasel Pleasel. Probably not a one shot on this, so we'll go for a flinch first. Didn't happen, but we tried at least. Fire really is our Achilles heel at the moment, I'm noticing. That and this bloody Magnemite line. But we are through the rival. We'll make our way into the league. So the first thing we'll do, of course, is deposit our HM friends. So it's a big thank you to Kenya, to Abra, to Psyduck, merci to Paris. And the biggest thank you of all goes to you lovely HM friends with the green and blue names in the chat. We'll pick up our 4 full restores, as we always do. Do a cheeky little save. We'll have a look at our stats going into the league. Level 51 with 152 HP. Holding nothing at the moment. We'll change that throughout the course of the league with Thunderbolt, Headbutt, Hidden Power, Ice, and Energy Ball. 90 in attack, 106 in defense, to 124 in the specials. Bit of a tongue doing that, ow. And 190 in speed. First league member, of course, is Will, the Psychic type specialist who leads with Xatu, and that's great for us, because we can just Thunderbolt it to the face. Second up, however, is Jinx, and we'll critical hit her. So what I was about to say is completely irrelevant now. One shot on the Executor. Do we one shot the Slowbro? Yes, we do. And then we're not going to have any issues with this Xatu. Nice. First battle down. Up next is Koga. This one could be trickier. We'll have to find out. One shot on Ariados, great start. Venomoth is next. And we paralyze it, but we have been toxicked. 2 shot please on this. That's one of the bigger threats gone. Of course, he's going to try and toxic stall us now. But you cannot toxic stall if you are defeated. Let's use a full restore so we don't have the ugly flashing on the screen. Where are the full restores? They're hiding from me. Third on the chopping block is Bruno. I know exactly which Jinx impression you're talking about there. Not gonna do it. High jump kick missed. Bruno, you are not getting anywhere near the same luck that we had this time, that you had last time. We got through Bruno with no issues whatsoever, unlike last time where we were stuck for bloody ages. Where's that Bitterberry? We're plonking that on. Right, Karen, do your worst. I dare you. Don't stun Spore. Ouch. She crit. Hoping for the Gen 2 miss really here. If we get the Gen 2 miss on the Vileplume, we should be okay, maybe, question mark. Well, that's just not happening. Let's sack the Bitterberry. Gonna go for the Purrs-Cure Berry instead. And of course, now we end up confused. Excuse me, game? The RNG in this one has been absolutely terrible. Welcome in, Lord Cooler. Karen doesn't even know that we're holding the Persecure Berry. And of course we miss. The one time we needed to hit, we missed. There's always one league member who proves to be a pain. It's Karen this time. Because the RNG just isn't going our way. I don't think we've had a single Gen 2 miss on Sand Attack yet. As long as we hit the Murkrow, we're fine now, though. There we go. I'll be back later to Karen to have words about that one. Last time, no issues here, hopefully. One-shot the Gyarados. 55 acquired. We'll swap to Hidden Power for the Dragons. Interesting he sent out his level 52nd. And then it's back to Thunderbolts for the Zard and the Scarodactyl. One of very few things that can consistently outspeed Scarodactyl there. Welcome in, Joel. Everything is going very well, thank you. How are you? That's the most important question. $109.54 through the league. Let's get on with Kanto, shall we? Why am I healing? We will welcome back the HM friends and let us now head towards Mount Mortar. You're going to get the first of 2 rare candies before taking the boat. First rare candy is over here in Mount Mortar. Second one's going to be in Whirl Islands. I like that pun, Ryu. I think the only thing that's going to be a struggle is Lieutenant Surge because of his Magnemite. Or should I say his Magneton. Spinners everywhere. Did we not dip in the Pokemon Center, for goodness sakes? Let's get on the boat. Had a bit of a nightmare Jotonian section. Let's try and improve that here in the Kanto section. Should be 3 simple one-shots to get us started here as we're in between regions. Use a repel, and we'll do the teleport trick. And of course, the first thing we do in Kanto is the last thing we do in Johto. We're going to get another rare candy, this time from the chairman of the Pokemon Fan Club. With that safely tucked away in our bag, we will make our way into our first gym together. Here in Kanto, it's going to be Lieutenant Surge's. Hoping it'll be a nice and simple gym to do. I'm looking forward to the inevitable, Gen 10 remakes of Kanto again, where we have Verbillion City. Of course Zap Cannon hit. Why wouldn't it hit? Thunder Badge. Let's move on. Next destination is, of course, going to be Celadon City, where Sabrina is waiting for us. We can get into her gym, that is. We'll plonk Hidden Power up top. It's going to be our best move for this gym. They've swapped places today. Erica's living in Sabrina's gym. Sabrina's living in Saffron. In Erica's gym, rather. Right, let's take on Sabrina. She is, of course, the grass type specialist today. She might look like Erica, but she's in disguise. And she's leading with a Tangler. Now, do remember, this is not a regular grass type specialist, so she might not have the strongest battle in the world here. We'll get through it quick, sharp, and in a hurry. Savor the pain. Thank you, Sabrina, for Erica's badge. In a time of 1:14.52. Right, up next we are going down to Fuchsia City. That is where Blaine is going to wait for us. Of course, before we defeat Blaine, we've got to beat Birdkeeper Barry here. With his Noctowl, there we go. Barry is down. Let's take on Blaine. Blaine is leading with a Crobat. Interesting he's not going for fire types today. Weezing goes down as well. Grow to level 59. Second Weezing comes out to play. As does Ariados. Ooh, smells like Janine in here. We had a dire hit being used. There we go. Blaine has been defeated. We have got our Janine badge from Blaine actually this time. I don't know who Elaine is. Although I do know that I know of an Elaine that I think has a brilliant name. I'm not sure if any of you know the old Power Juicer, the Jack LaLanne Power Juicer. It was very popular, being sold on TV late at night here in the UK. But I do know that his wife is called Elaine, so she's Elaine LaLanne, and I think that is a brilliant name. She's the wife of somebody who put their name on a product. A little bit like George Foreman did his health grails. Jack LaLanne did a power juicer. Right, up next is Erica. She is, of course, filling in for Sabrina. They're having a swap day today. And she leads with Espeon. We've been sand attacked again, of course we have. We'll crit the Mr. Mime, though. And it's a one-shot on the Alakazam. Thank you, Erica, for Sabrina's badge in time of 117.36. Up next is going to be the Empty Gym. Nobody's home. I think that just means we can grab the badge and leave. He really was serious about wellness, wasn't he? Janine's currently in Seafoam Islands. This is, of course, Wiggly Gran with her Wigglytuff and her Granbull. We have defeated Wiggly Gran for another challenge. And now our reward is beating a Tangela. Aren't we the privileged ones? No issues here at Blossom and Pidgeotto. Wigglytuff does have a very weird sprite in this game. You're not wrong, Dylan. Lloyd is down. Let us take on Lass Shannon with her Parasect. Because that's an appropriate team to be facing after the league. Oh, one more battle to go. It's this person with the Porygon. We'll just use Energy Ball. It should be more than enough to one-shot. Grow to level 61. Oh, are you not tired at all? I'm exhausted, Pat. Right, off we go back to Cerulean City. And, of course, we'll go up to the top. And this is Elaine. She is filling in for Misty today, apparently. Elaine leads with Golduck. We're going to use Energy Ball on the Golduck. Then we'll use a Thunderbolt to guarantee the one-shot on the Lapras. Starmie comes out to play, so we say goodbye to that as Quick Sharpen in a hurry. And then we'll finish off the Quagsire with an Energy Ball. Thank you, Elaine, for Misty's badge. In a time of 2 minutes 38 seconds, 120.15 overall. Didn't actually mean to use the Max Repel there. That might mess us up a little bit, because we've got an extra 25-30 steps of movement there. Although we do now have Zap Cannon. Let's hope we don't have to resort to that. X-Men card acquired. This Repel's going to run out in Diglett's Tunnel, I think. Diglett's Tunnel, Diglett's Cave. I always get those two mixed up. Diglett's Cave in this one, right. We'll risk it for a biscuit. And here is 3 Drill. Goodbye, 3 Drill. Thank you for your experience there. Just because it's quicker than fumbling the bag, we will do a quick safety heal here. Into Brock's Gym we go. Our speed stat is unnecessarily high. Like we could do with some of those stats being boosted and like a 30 to 40 drop in speed. Because if we had an extra, say, 20 in special attack, That would go a long way to solving the issues with Electrode. All of Brock's Pokemon, of course, in this generation, 4 times weak to the grass type. So that was a very easy battle. We can move ourselves on to our final 2 gym leaders. First one, of course, is going to be Blaine. It's a little bit of a cycle to get there. But we'll just take the scenic routes regardless. Rare Candy, that's our penultimate Rare Candy. That's a sign that we didn't need to talk about. Yes, the scenic route. I'm glad you picked up on that one. Right, let's take on Blaine. You have just made me realise why somebody, around about 9 years ago, maybe even longer, when I was streaming a Nuzlocke of Omega Ruby, asked me to call my Jigglypuff Custard. Final gym coming up now. We can get in it. That's a house. We don't want to go in the house. Did I pick up the lefties today? We'll try it without, first of all. They were filling in for each other, but then we swapped them around again in the canon that is the nonsense that comes out of my mouth. Just don't hit too hard with Flamethrower, please. Of course, we're burnt. Is there anything else this game wants to add on the crap pile today? This game has been against us winning from the start, hasn't it? We have been dragging this Electrode, kicking and screaming, but it seems to be somehow working for us. One more battle left to go. And we're missing a Rare Candy. Why am I giving that to that? I reckon I know where the Rare Candy is that we're missing, though. No. Okay. Oh, doy. Right. Dip in there. It's going to be this one over here, isn't it? I don't think we ever got this Rare Candy. Yep, there we go. Now we have to dip in there because otherwise we would have had the wrong map up for Fly. Oh, you did a lance, did you? I mean, we all have to do a lance from time to time. It's fine. Right, Red. We're coming for you. I would doubt we get under 130, honestly. There we go, we're through the Pikachu. Venusaur comes out to play next. It's not even going to be close to a two-shot, is it? Red has 2 full restores he can use on his Pikachu. That's the only Pokemon he can use them on, though. Nah. Gonna use 3 rare candies, get ourselves up to 67. It's a thing across all of Generation 2 where they will only ever heal their ace Pokemon. I want to get better ranges on this thing, so I'm going to use another 3. This should hopefully guarantee a 2-shot now. Although a 1-shot with Energy Ball would be nice as well. I think this is still going to be a 3-shot. I'll give you 2 guesses as to why I used Thunderbolt on the Pikachu. Those guesses should be because I missed seeing Energy Ball at the bottom. Because I'm not used to having a good Grass-type move. Don't paralyze us. If we high roll, we win. Maybe. Because we've got to get through this one as well, actually. Please, Rain Dance. For God's sakes. That's sub 130 out the window. To be fair, Energy Ball probably wasn't a 1-shot until this level anyway. Just need a Spadef drop, please. Not a chance. Not a bloody chance. Yeah, Energy Ball's the range, so either, really. No sunny day, which is interesting. Nice crit, but he's double bloody amnesia'd. And we're paralyzed. Great. One-shot the Pikachu this time. Just double Thunderbolt this Peskeon. Why is he never fully paralyzed turn 1? Why is he never fully paralyzed? At least we can consistently 2-shot Espeon. Now get the Spadef drops, please. Misclicks there. Two shot on the Espeon. At least he's used Reflect, so we are back up to full health. Once again, he has managed to break through paralysis in multiple turns in a row. Not going to risk a Zap Cannon against the Espeon. Why am I Thunderbolting? Not that it matters, it was a 3-shot either way, because of that critical hit. And of course, we missed turn 1 and 2. Take a reset. And he still gets his turn 1 move off. And he doesn't get fully paralyzed. Of course, Swagger misses. The RNG just has not been with us from beginning to end of this one. One turn confusion. And Blizzard hits. Twice in a row Blizzard has hit. Back to square one again. And of course he goes to sleep. Absolute ridiculous RNG. And we get crit. Of course we get crit. Why wouldn't we get crit? Please do not suggest things in chat. I have considered rollout and I have decided that because we have just 74 in attack, it is not worth doing. Rollouts would be worse than what we are doing now. It is in the rules of the chat when you agree to chat in the stream that you do not backseat. Please, for the love of God, do not suggest what to do. Especially when it's a battle like this that is so frustrating. Because first of all, Pikachu's got Charm. That would take us attack down to the 60s. Second of all, we've got to get through Venusaur. Venusaur's going to be at least 3 shots with rollout. That will then bring us on to Espeon. Espeon will set up Reflect, so suddenly our 60-odd in attack goes down even lower. It is not worth the time and effort to get it. This is the range the entire goddamn time. Apologies, I am... just realised we survived on 6 there, but we got burnt. Of course we got burnt. Psychic's actually good there because it means that he'll hit himself harder in confusion if he does hit himself. Why is it with the one-turn confusions over and over again? There's nothing in the coding for number of turns of confusion with Swagger. Of course Swagger misses, and we get paralysed. Could have been done, what, 15 minutes ago? But the game said no. Thanks for the crit. Much appreciated. Why am I swaggering Espeon? And of course we miss Swagger again. Swagger, the 90% accurate move that never hits 90% of the time. I swear to God, if we get frozen, we finally won! We are released from the hellscape that is that red battle. That, I have got to be honest at the end, was very unenjoyable. And I do want to reiterate to everybody, when you agree to the rules of chatting here, in big letters it says, do not tell me what to do, do not backseat. So please, do not backseat. Thank you for the £2 super chat, Oddish. Because about 3 or 4 minutes before that person had mentioned rollout, I had a little think. I was looking through the TM list going, we could roll out, but we've got terrible attack. So it just would not be worth the time and effort. Did that come through twice, Oddish? Did that mean to come through twice? As long as you meant it, that's the main thing. Thank you, Oddish. Rollout would have been terrible because we'd have had... Now that we've done this, I can explain it a little bit better. We would have had the attack drop from Pikachu. Then it would have been a 3-shot on the Venusaur, most likely. Then Espeon would have set up a Reflect. And then we would have had to build it up on the Snorlax. He would have used Amnesia on turn 1, then got to Body Slamming. And the chances of being paralysed were too great to risk it. But that has put us in 32nd place on the Backport leaderboard. Surprised, actually, that we beat Survivor. I thought Survivor was better than that, honestly. Thank you, Kanbei, for the £2 super chat as well. I mean, if there's a bandwagon to join, I'm never going to complain at that one. Shame I can't super chat myself, I'd get in. Oh, but bloody hell, that was a red fight and a half, wasn't it? It's not even the worst red fight I've recorded all month. I would just be paying Google. That's the issue. Let me share some love for those super chats. Right, there is one more thing left to do on this particular challenge, isn't there? Kenya, you've been with us through hell and high water today. But you've got to go home. Yes, this challenge was significantly better than the regular Electrode one. Even with the awful red fight then. Oh, Alajango, thank you for the £2 as well. You... Cease! Stop! Save your money, people! Thank you, Kenya. You've got to go home. I've actually forgotten the time that Electrode got. Let me very quickly grab this video. Yes, we were significantly faster. Don't worry, I'm terrible at remembering times too. 2:32.12 the original Electrode, and we are 1:47.53. That one, I think all you wonderful people could probably get a far better time than that. But I do very quickly, I'll do this on stream now so that you all know it's done. Let me repatch and re-upload the patch. Because otherwise, you're going to have an Electrode without the grass type, and that's not what we're after. So let me very quickly create a fresh patch. So it can go up on the websites for all you wonderful people who wish to play it. Although, honestly, if you wish to play this one, you might want to take a long rest or something instead. Think of many different things that I would much rather do than play with an Electrode again. While I'm doing this, Seth Gurney, thank you for the $2 super chat. How is the Shuckleite run going, actually? Kanbei, I've been meaning to ask you last few streams. While I'm doing this, I just want to say the challenge run patch has had an update, a couple of quality of life features, and a little bit of a bug fix for if you are disabling evolutions. So please do repatch if you want to do that. So then you get all the little extras. Let me re-upload this patch now. There we go, one done, one more to go. Promise I can do it. And then we shall be done for today. Right, that is now, if I move my on-screen furniture, that is all saved. I don't blame you for dropping it for the Quickie C, honestly, it's the best item to have. It has been an absolute pleasure as always today, even throughout the struggles at Red. I hope you've all had fun. I definitely have had a lot of fun looking back now. It's always strange, actually, before I go, it's always strange when you're in the moment. You get so pent up with frustration and rage at the game, and then as soon as you see Pokemon Trainer Red is defeated, it's like a sea of emotion just comes over you. But I hope you've all had a lot of fun. I will be back probably Wednesday this week. I'm not sure if I'm doing Friday as well, but I will see you at Wednesday, either at 2 PM or midnight, depending on how well I sleep. But for now, I'm going to say thank you all so much for watching. We do have... Who do we have coming out tomorrow? It's Magmar, isn't it? For all you wonderful non-HM friends. And HM friends, we have the Dodrio redo. HM friends, please do tune in. 2 PM tomorrow. Dodrio's redo is not to be missed. And I don't say that lightly. Please do tune in for that. That's 2 PM tomorrow. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everybody. And I'll catch you all very, very soon.